design firm specializing in everything online. Basically, my specialty and what I specialize in is corporate web development. Small business, medium business, large business, any sort of website that you need. That's what I do. How many of you guys in here, I kind of like to engage you guys, so how many of y'all have a website right now? If you could raise your hand. So just about everybody in the room. So everybody's pretty clear on the importance of a website, right? Having an online presence is absolutely key to a successful business in this day and age. The marketing potential is huge to reach anyone in the region that you're attempting to target, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the top 10 things in different ways to drive traffic to your website. Has everybody gotten a handout? You missed one?
Yep.
Are we short? How many people do we have? More than 30?
We're good.
There they are. So the first thing that I want to talk about, this is going to basically be a high-level overview. Obviously, this subject is pretty extensive, and I could talk about this for hours. But I'm going to do a little overview and then provide you guys resources. That way, once we start to dig in, then you can really reach out and get the information that you need to be successful online. The number one top way, most important thing that you can do is to have the proper framework for your website. Has anybody out here, I know you said it earlier, has anybody heard of WordPress?
Yes.
How many of you guys' website is in WordPress? So a good number of you. Huh.
Oh, you never did.
If your website's in WordPress, if you don't know if it's in WordPress, it's probably not. See, in the old times, back in the day, I should say.
2 years ago.
Like 3 years ago, if you wanted to change something on your website, you had to hire a developer. If you just wanted to change a picture, change the way that some text appears, anything you wanted to do, you had to bring someone on that knows code to change anything. With the invention of CMS systems, which is content management systems, the best being WordPress, almost any everyday person can go in and update content on their website. They can go in and add blog posts, and it's really an amazing tool to allow you guys control over your website. One of the top key things we'll talk about here in a minute is content. So the more content you have on your website, the better. And WordPress gives you the ability to add that content yourself. Okay? So the top thing is having the framework. You must have the proper framework on your site. The framework is basically the infrastructure your website is built on. Code and software such as a CMS, content management system like WordPress, okay, which your website will operate off of. There's a lot of key benefits to having WordPress. It's not just the ease of access. It's actually favored by Google. Google favors WordPress because of the structure that it's built upon. When Google crawls WordPress sites, it will rank them higher than a regular site. And there's a bunch of different aspects that we'll go into here in a minute in regards to that. Okay? Number two would be the design. Let me grab my water here. How you guys doing today, by the way?
Terrific.
Yeah?
We'll be getting better soon.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so number two here is the design. Your website has to be attractive, and that's one of the biggest things that I run across when I'm working with a company who already has an existing website. And let's just get real, some of the websites don't look good. Okay, a lot of them don't. 90% of the companies that I work with have a website that is not visually attractive. And images sell. If you can. Statistics show you have about 5 seconds to grab customers' attention from the time when they land on your website. If you don't grab their attention within the first 5 seconds, you can potentially lose a customer. It just depends. So that's one thing that I help people do is actually design. I do the design and development myself with a couple of other developers, and I help guys actually create a beautiful, attractive website that can do a one-page sale, get the customers sold right on the very first page. Okay? So I can assist you guys with graphics design and things like that as well. Like I put in my notes here, took a couple of classes at the UT School of Business, and they will teach you that if your website is not attractive, or if you have too many options, too many choices on your website, for example, you have 20 different packages of one thing, what the statistics show is that the customer will browse all these packages and never purchase. They'll browse all the packages, they'll sit and think about them, well, this one's neat, maybe I should do this one, they'll go talk to their husband and wife about it, and they'll never purchase. So the key is to streamline your products, have a couple of key product areas, and sell the customer right there, because then they're not thinking about it in their head. They're like, oh, this is for me, buy. Have a buy it now button right there, and they can take it right off the home page. Okay? So design is very important. And that goes right along to number 3, which is above the fold. Okay? Above the fold is something that web developers use, and basically what that means is